response theory is all about how the reader may be affected by the literature. So, as part of the reader response theory, we have a term called implied reader, which is where we generate this ideal idea of what the person would be like who is reading a particular text based on its context. So, that would be the ideal audience for that particular context, or the target audience, for other words. So this is due to their genre and type. So whether it's a novel, film, series or play, there will be particular people that it will be more suited to based on its context, whether it's explicit content, more childhood related, or if it's something of a particular interest to a group of people. So it's important to remember this term of implied reader throughout the reader response theory, because not always will the response we get be from the implied reader. We have to remember that people will pick up text and TV series and movies that may not be suited to them for a number of reasons, whether it be cultural beliefs, core fundamental values, whatever it is. So that will affect the response of the reader based on the fact that they don't fit the category for the implied reader to begin with. So, of course, what are the factors that result in those unique responses from a reader? So, as briefly mentioned previously, our core and fundamental values, our beliefs, our culture, religion, our past experiences growing up, as well as what we might foreshadow. So, our expectations and assumptions from a text based on what we may have read before. All of those things are what generate our response as a reader. So, these factors are fundamental when it comes to reader response theory, and it's crucial we understand them so that we can understand the theory as a whole. So if you think, for instance, of somebody who may have a particular set of values or aligns with a certain culture, in contrast with somebody who doesn't, their response to the same text may be incredibly different based on what their values and beliefs are. So it's important that we make note of that so we can understand that everybody's response as a reader is shaped uniquely based on these factors on the screen. So upon my introduction to this module, I thought that reader response theory was completely new and fresh to me until I did a little bit of thinking, and I realised that we've actually been actively practicing this theory since a very young age in school through a lot of different exercises such as diary entries, drama, creative writing, and a very effective practice of understanding the antagonist as well as the protagonist and the narrative from a different character's perspective. And the reason I think this is so important is because the way we resonate with particular characters, and not just the protagonist but as well the antagonist throughout the story, as well as our style of writing through diary entries and creative writing, all generate a response as well. So through a combination of understanding the term of implied reader and everything we spoke about previously, as well as what I've touched on there in regards to our own writing style and understanding and resonating with the characters, in combination, that sets an incredible foundation for understanding the reader response theory. I have decided to take this digital style essay down a different path than I would traditionally choose, and apply the reader response theory to a modern day TV series that I think generates a huge response in today's society. And in saying that, the response has been both positive and negative.